Well, hello everyone. We are finally back. I'm so excited. Basically, what's been going on is we got sick. We ended up with a couple of vacations, family visiting. And then basically what's been happening since then is it has rained pretty much every afternoon. So if you're gonna go out, you have to be out by like 7 a.m. and be back by like 1 p.m. And that's really hard to do when you're working on your infant schedule instead of your infant working on your schedule. So, we did what we could, and I'm really excited to be back here again. We're back on the Mountains to Sea Trail, headed westbound as per usual, and we picked up from North Carolina 215 where we left off last time. We've already done a little creek crossing, and hopefully we're on the right path. I say hopefully because that whole area is super confusing. There's a ton of campsites and rabbit trails, and you actually there isn't an extra blaze once you cross the creek. I just knew you had to cross the creek because of commons, but it's really confusing because I haven't seen another blaze for the MST yet, and we've been walking for maybe half a mile, but I'm pretty sure we're on the right trail. Which I went right going westbound. Oh yeah, definitely on the right trail. Look at this. Oh, this is so cool. Nifty. So we are going as far as we can today because I volunteered to bring one of my mom friends lunch today, or not lunch, dinner. So I have to be home in time to cook that. So we'll probably be going at least 3.5 miles on the MST, maybe up to 6, but we have to do out and back. So who knows what we'll actually get done. But it's a gorgeous day. It's 53 degrees, sunny, not supposed to rain this afternoon. Man, I'm so psyched. My co-pilot is a little tired, but we're gonna have a great day. I'm just so happy to be back on trail. That was actually genuinely scary. So that whole field is super, super overgrown, and you cannot see the trail. And there's a couple of little rabbit trails leading away from the actual trail. Oh my gosh. That is how people get lost. That right there. In case you guys are wondering why I'm wearing the giant bug net, it's really the best tick prevention that I can give Henry right now, is literally just keep the bugs off of him. Because babies aren't supposed to be wearing sunscreen or bug spray until they're at least 6 months old, for their own safety. So we do this together. And also, it's really good for this trail because, let me tell you what, if you're in the 5-foot range, the spiders on this trail, which are numerous, really enjoy spinning webs right at face level. There were a couple literally at my face level that I knocked down before walking through. Not to mention, a spider must have crawled up my trekking pole and got on my hand earlier. I'm not gonna lie, it really freaked me out. And I don't think the spider would have done anything except crawl around and be happy. But this is why we always wear the giant bug net now. I'm not gonna lie, this trail has been super beautiful. And actually, I've been really enjoying these weird broken down water crossings. It's fun. That tree is so cool. Look at how that's grown on the rock there. That's such a big tree. So here's the trail, and it's just like a little water going down a hole and going underneath the trail and coming across on the other side. That's so cool. So someone's a very curious little guy now and started crying because he couldn't see. So I turned him around so now he can see. I just found the world's best rock right next to the trail. So I sat down, nursed Henry, went to the bathroom, and ate a little snack. It was great. I also got passed by a group of like 10 older people who I heard behind me for a while. And now I'm feeling very slow, but that's okay because it means that they're out here doing awesome stuff, being great hikers. And I hope I can be like them when I grow up someday. So here we are back on trail. Now in the time crunch section where I do the math in my head to figure out how far can I safely go and still make it back home in the amount of time I need to make my friend dinner. Well, let's find out. This reminds me so much of parts of the Whites in Vermont. It's not even funny. I love it. So beautiful. What a great day for a hike. I think this is the boggy area that Far Out mentions. All right, I found Heath Bald. I don't think there's any way to get up there, but I feel like the view would probably be nice. I feel like I'm literally walking next to a wall of rhododendron bushes. This is actually really cool. So when you're coming westbound, you'll come down those stairs. Don't turn right. Far Out says we need to go left onto this big trail here. So I just want to take a minute to say thank you to all of the Mountains to Sea Trail crews who have been out here working so hard over the last year to clear up Helene's damage, and also more recently, segment 18, the damage from Hurricane Erin, and also there's just been like random flooding in the areas from all the storms that have been blowing in. So I say this because that was fresh dirt that I started out the video with, so you can tell, and also there's been clippings all over the trail, so you can tell that the trail crews have been out. You can tell they've been putting in a lot of work, and it is a back-breaking, thankless job. So if you are a trail maintainer or even cutting new trail, thank you so much for all of your hard work. Every hiker who steps on here appreciates it. You guys have done great. I just had to hike a gauntlet of stinging nettle, and it got me through my pants. Ah, that hurts. Nah. First of all, I found a really cool tree. And second, we made it to Haywood Gap, which is going to be our turnaround point for the day. Man, that's a lot of work. Wowzers. This is pretty. Okay, we'll pick up right there for the next segment. Time to turn around and do it again. So you know, I said that you guys said I had to mind the clock today. I didn't mind the clock. So basically what's happening is I'm literally hustling as fast as I possibly can to get back to the car, to get home, and to make sure spider web. Oop, big spider web. Okay, multiple spider webs. Those weren't there before. To make sure that the person I promised to feed gets fed. So basically the plan is don't stop until Henry wakes up hungry. Then we stop, we feed him, I eat some, we blast off again like a rocket ship. Wish me luck. Okay, we are back to the original stream crossing, and we actually did end up going all the way to the other side, where we started at North Carolina 215 and we ended at a Blue Ridge Parkway crossing. So next time we come back, we'll be back on the Blue Ridge Parkway. It ended up being 6.3 miles that counted towards my MST LASH, and 12.6 miles total. Needless to say, I am exhausted because carrying a baby and carrying enough water is it's a lot of weight. It's a good time. Just a couple things you should know about this trail. If it has rained, your feet will get wet. There was a lot of mud. We haven't had like a terrible amount of rain lately, so it'll be muddy if it hasn't rained. It'll be really muddy if it has rained, and those rock hops across streams might turn into fords. All the spiders on this trail like to spin webs at face height, so you might want to wear your bug net. There's plenty of water, there's plenty of camping. It's definitely a challenge. But honestly, it was a good time. Tried to kill me a few times between the slips, the trips, the spiders. Oh, and a grouse I managed to startle who startled me back. And I almost went off the side of the trail. But other than that, it was a great time. Glad I got out. I'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah, and be safe. Happy trails out there.